Hey everyone, welcome back to Low Luxury. I'm Killian, and I have made some recent purchases. Dun, 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 dun. I know, so surprising, right? This channel, I never buy things ever. I barely ever have anything to show on this channel that I've bought. My wallet is not hurting very badly right now. Yeah. So you're used to me buying things and showing them to you, but this one's kind of different because usually when I make a video, I have a specific theme in mind, but this one, I just needed clothes. So this is a pickup roundup because I was trying to find pieces to wear this summer. Summer is notoriously hard to dress for, at least where I live. It's fairly miserable and humid and gross, so you just want to be comfortable. And a lot of time comfort overtakes fashion, or if you let fashion overtake the comfort, then you're just miserable, like I said. So it's kind of a tough season for me. This is my new style for this summer, and I am calling it lounge punk. You know, it's kind of dark, it's kind of edgy, a little bit underground, a little bit rock and roll, but also just real loungy and comfortable. You want to be both. You want to be off-putting to people and aggressive and in their faces, but you also want to be comfy. So I'm a lounge punk this summer, but I really wanted to get ahead of that this year, and that's where these pickups come in. I have 3 pieces that we're going to be looking at today. We'll check out the details, and then we'll try and throw some summer fits together to see if we can make this work. So we have 2 shirts and 1 pair of shoes. The 2 shirts, they're kind of of a piece, so I will show them together. These are both really nice, flowy, open collar pieces, slightly darker colors. This one is from CDLP, and this one is Marc Jacobs, that good, made in Italy Marc Jacobs. So we'll definitely take a closer look at both of these. But then I've also got this wild pair of Western mules from Toga Varilis. And this is a brand I'd always admired from afar. I liked the aesthetic, and the prices were nothing to be mad about, but I'd never had any of their pieces, but these showed up for crazy cheap, very lightly used, and I decided to just go for it. And these, you just gotta let your piggies breathe a little bit. Just get a little bit of that extra air to the back of the pig sometimes in the summer, you know what I mean? Let's see if these pieces can work into my newfound lounge punk identity. Let's start checking them out. Okay, here is the first shirt of our newfound summer lounge punk aesthetic. This is a piece from Marc Jacobs' mainline, and it is made in Italy. And this shirt, it kind of just says to you, yeah, I know ska is dead, and it deserves to be dead, but I was there, man, okay? It kind of says this is the shirt that you buy if you're into that other off-white checkerboard shirt that looks like this, but this Marc Jacobs one is a little bit more white. You know what I mean? Just something about it. It's whiter. And this one, let's take a little look at the composition here. And this bad boy is 100% silk. And that is a core principle of lounge punk. It needs to be drapey. It needs to be flowy, at least in the tops. And this one I got for 3 reasons. First off is that fabrication. If you look at this, it's so light, it's so airy, so breathable. It's just comfy as hell. But also this checkerboard pattern with these really interesting kind of bleach stain looking bits of distressing, I would call it, add a nice punk effect. It's like a mod punk, but kind of decayed. And finally, I was definitely looking for this type of collar. I'm just vibing the camp collar this summer. I'm just looking to show a little chest, And again, for that comfort level, that extra little bit of fresh air hitting the skin, it doesn't hurt, you know what I mean? Taking a look at some of the closer details, I really like this black piping that comes along the button closure and the collar, and it goes all the way around here. It's lightly rounded, tastefully rounded. You do have a chest pocket that kind of disappears right into the shirt, but it is there if you want it. Little splits at the sides, just that tiny bit more openness. And this one's tagged a size 44, which is a US men's extra small, so we'll definitely keep an eye on the fit when we try this on. As for the back, it just continues the same patterns and effects of the front. You've got 1 straight stitch across the back, and you've got more of that bleach wear in various places throughout here. So this is our lounge punk top number 1 for the summer, but what if you see this and you're like, no, I want to go even darker. So if you're looking to go darker, you would pick up something like this shirt from CDLP. Now, who is CDLP? That's a fair question to ask, because I also was very unfamiliar with them before I actually bought this very shirt, outside of seeing them in the Essence designer page, you know what I mean? Well, CDLP, they are a Swedish brand that is more about like essentials and basics for the most part, but they have a close eye on things like materials, sustainability, stuff like that. But I don't know, it kind of has the vibe, like ethos of an early Acne Studios or something, I would say. And you know, it's fitting that the brand is Swedish, because this shirt is like what a Swedish designer would make if you told them to make a baseball shirt, but they had no idea what baseball was because they're Swedish and it doesn't exist there. You know what I mean? Right? It probably doesn't exist there. And it's also kind of like, what if you wanted like a Western shirt, but you also felt like Western was a bit racist for some weird reason. So you're like, I just want something that's more like a Western pool boy, you know? Yeah, that's this shirt right here. Now this shirt is tagged a 46 or men's small, and it was made in Portugal. And while the last shirt was 100% silk, this one is pure viscose. Model name Pool Shirt, by the way. But this one with the pure viscose, it is quite a bit thicker than the Marc Jacobs shirt, but has a similar level of drapiness, but also with the added extra weight, it gives it a slightly different look and feel. The collar is even wider this time, like the V starts even lower. And the real star of the show here is this white contrast stitching that goes all throughout here, around the chest pocket, around the button closure, around the hem, around the sleeves, and the shoulders, and the collar, and everything. And it even continues around the back. And I think what I like about this, it is kind of like an essential or a basic in a way, because I could see this having a completely different vibe and look depending on what you pair it with. Like if you were to throw on some Amiri jeans or something with this, I could totally see it fitting in any like basketball tunnel walkout look. Or if you were to throw on some like patterned board shorts, you could totally fit in a season of White Lotus. But again, we're trying to go for lounge punk, so we'll have to keep that in mind when we put together our look here. But speaking of that look, we've got 2 tops so far. What about footwear? I am so glad you asked, because that's where these puppies from Toga Varilis come in. And these shoes, they look like, I don't know, what if I've been taming horses all day and I come home from a long day and I want to be able to just kick them right off without having to pull them down and really work at it, you know what I mean? These are like, what if I'm really into modern Saint Laurent, but I also really like metal hardware that is very intricate and ornate? Well, look no further, because Toga is here to save you with these. And I have to say, I picked these up because there's 2 things I really like here. I've been really vibing the Western boot detailing. I love the squared off toe. I love the stitched embroidery pattern details that are at the vamp here. But I also really like what they're doing with their buckle detailing. Like, there's so much detail in here that really makes it stand out from the pack. And as I'm sure you've noticed by now, it is like a cowboy boot type of front, but then a strapped mule sandal in the back. Yeah, this is a strap. This bad boy moves around. You can really lock these in, you know what I mean? And I just find that so interesting. Like, I have honestly never seen anything like it. Oh, and that's what the inside looks like. I forgot to mention that. It's this, you know, very classic Western kind of boot vibe, you know? And I really like the shape of these. It's a bigger heel than you would expect, stacked leather outsole. And these are also made in Portugal, and they are tagged a size 43, which would be like a US men's size 10. So we'll keep an eye on that for sizing. All right, so these are our 3 summer lounge punk pieces, but we are missing some things. If I were to just throw together looks with these, I wouldn't have any pants on. So let's work on that, okay? So I think I'm really gonna have 2 potential go-tos here, because again, we're trying to target comfort here while also looking good. So pretty much every look I've seen that was wearing these shoes online, like in product photos and stuff, they were wearing full-length pants that hid their true mule nature, but not today, not us. So first off, I've got this pair of camo shorts from Neighborhood, actually. Underrated brand, for sure. And these, they're really interesting. I like this deep pocket detailing here, and I also like the fringe down at the hems, and these are quite a bit shorter than I think you would expect. Our other suitor here, our other candidate, is straight up some Levi's jeans. You know what I mean? And this is something that I've been on for some time, like way before it was cool. I have just been lopping these off below the knee and then cuffing them quite high. It's been one of my summer go-tos for a long time, and somehow it's come around to actually being in style now, which I'm very thankful for. And I do have a pair of these in black and well, which I'm thinking will probably be the one we're gonna go with. And then, of course, we'll just accessorize with various things, try to kind of elevate in ways that don't add any discomfort, because that's really what's key here. Those are our options. Let's see how they work out. All right, look one, lounge punk look one. I paired the CDLP shirt with the black Levi's cutoff shorts, and of course the Toga Varilis boots, and I've got various Enfant Riche Prime and Chrome Hearts jewelry on as well to fill it all out. And this, I like it. I feel like a skinny, loungy, goth punk boy. You know what I mean? This is really what I wanted here. And I really cannot overstate how pleased I am that these short shorts, tight short shorts, have come into vogue. If you look on the Prada runway, stuff that Raf has been doing in recent seasons, like these are fully in the zeitgeist. And this is like the one thing I can honestly say, I was there before anybody else. I was doing this just out of necessity and out of comfort. And now it works, and now it's fashionable, and I can put together lounge punk looks like this and be a pioneer, you know what I mean? So real quick on sizing, this shirt is tagged a 46, which usually is like a men's small. It's a little bit airy, it's a little bit drapey, I think a bit oversized for the tagged size, but I think it works well here. I wouldn't suggest anybody size down or size up or anything. I think this is perfectly right for the size that I am and the type of fit that I'm looking for here. You can really see that weight kind of hang off that thicker viscose, heavier viscose fabrication. It's giving me the exact kind of fit I'm looking for. And as for the shoes, we'll start talking about this in the next look as well. But I think they're really cool. This is, like I said, the type of thing that none of the product photos, the editorial whatevers put together for these when they were making the product listings, all of them paired it with regular long pants. But letting these fully shine, letting the mules really hang out, I think is something innovative and different and something that you don't see that often. And I think it would do a disservice to these to not let the mules shine, you know? I'll keep talking about these shoes, but let's do so while we look at the next outfit here with the Marc Jacobs shirt. All right, we need to talk about this fit, but first finishing up on the Toga Varilis shoes. On the fit, they are tagged a size 43, and they are a small fit. Like, I'm a fairly small size 43, like I could fit a 42.5 for a lot of things, and these are small on me. So if you were between sizes, I would definitely suggest sizing up if you're looking for Toga Varilis shoes like this. And now on to talking about this fit more generally. This one was a stretch for me. I had to go outside my comfort zone a little bit because this is mixing patterns in a way that I'm not totally used to, but I think it's interesting. A checkerboard with a camo, it feels very, I don't know, dare I say it, it feels quite Amiri in a way, but none of it's Amiri, so it's okay, I guess. So I think if I were just to go out for the day and put together a look, I would probably wear the black Levi's that I wore with the first look, but just in the interest of switching it up, I think this is fun. On this shirt itself, I effing love this shirt. I think it's great. The pure silk, it's so light, it's so breathable, it just flows with me, it moves with me. It feels like I'm wearing nothing at all.
Feels like I'm wearing nothing at all. Nothing at all. Nothing at all.
Insert Flanders meme there. If you just saw Flanders meme, that means I did my job. And I think the fit is really good. It's definitely tighter than the last CDLP shirt, but that makes sense. I mean, it's a size 44, or usually an extra small, but I would say this fits pretty much like a true to size men's small. I wouldn't have it any other way. I think it fits perfectly for what I'm looking for here. And the slight like disintegration of the bleach stains, the faux bleach stains, whatever they are, adds so much to this shirt. I think I would not have given it a second look if it was just pure checkerboard, but that just adds that extra twist to it that puts it over the edge and makes it legitimate, like fashion, quote unquote. You know what I mean? So these two, both of these shirts are going to be go-tos for me this summer, and they're doing exactly what I'm looking for. Lounge punk is here, baby. Get used to it. We've done it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you will also undertake the lounge punk aesthetic, which is a low luxury trademark. Make sure you credit me, all you up and coming lounge punks out there. But anyway, that is the end of the video. Take a look at the other video on screen here, subscribe to my channel, like this video, and I'll see you next time.